Imagine this. Diane Keaton, the Oscar-drenched queen of offbeat brilliance, didn't just slip away from some gentle pneumonia fade. She was mercilessly dismantled by a Hollywood machine that starved her spirit, turned a blind eye to her desperate pleas, and let wildfires, a raging bulimia relapse, untreated skin cancer, and decades of chain smoking choke her into oblivion, only to slap a pristine pneumonia tag on her October 11, 2025, death at 79. At 8:08 a.m., the LA Fire Department battered down her fire-scarred Beverly Hills gates on a chilling person-down 911 call, racing the frail Oscar winner to Cedars-Sinai, where she flatlined after hours of frantic resuscitation. But the official narrative from her family to people feels like a polished lie. Beloved Diane passed from pneumonia after a sudden decline. Sudden? Insiders on X and Reddit are raging, painting a picture of a body whittled to skin and bones from bulimia wars reignited in her 70s, skin cancer scars left to fester, and a mansion gutted by the January 2025 Eaton Fire that exiled her to Palm Springs, where she vanished into a haze of isolation, dismissing hacking coughs as mere allergies until her lungs gave out. Carole Bayer Sager, her closest confidant and songwriter, dropped a gut punch to people just weeks before. She was very thin, stunned by how much weight she'd lost after that. Wildfire Inferno forced a desperate sell-off of her dream home, repairs dragging her into a pit of despair while pneumonia, or was it lung tumors masked by stress, drowned her breath. But the real scandal explodes with Woody Allen's lingering shadow. Blind items alleging their old affair fallout and Me Too grudges left her blackballed. Her final Instagram with golden retriever Duke, captioned "Home Sweet Chaos," hiding gasps that sounded like a countdown to doom. Pneumonia at 79? Plausible for a frail retiree, not Diane. The chain-smoking maverick who chainsawed through The Godfather as Kay Corleone, locking eyes with Marlon Brando while battling her own inner monsters of starvation and self-doubt. Sources to Variety insist it struck out of nowhere, her health imploding post-wildfires, lungs blackened not just by decades of Marlboros, packs a day since her 20s, but by stress toxins from a career where she buried bulimia behind Annie Hall's menswear shield. Confessing in her 2011 memoir, Then Again, "I starved myself, threw up after meals," a fight that allegedly roared back with a vengeance, shrinking her frame while basal cell cancer spots, relics from Godfather sun-drenched sets, got lasered but never fully conquered. Why the silence? Family locked lips for 4 days. No cause revealed till October 15th, igniting ex-infernos. Pneumonia's a sham. Assisted suicide after the torment? One post roars, tying to California's end-of-life laws she quietly championed for animal rights and the homeless. Insiders hinting her last wish was a dignified escape from a body ravaged by fame's relentless grind. Let's rewind to January 5, 1946. Born Diane Hall in LA to a banker dad and photographer mom, she transforms into Keaton at 21. Snagged by Woody Allen for Play It Again, Sam, their on-off romance birthing Sleeper's zany love, and Annie Hall's 1977 Oscar triumph, her loopy, vulnerable Annie snagging Best Actress while she dodged his bedpost reds, but whispers of coerced scripts and power plays left scars, leading to that 1977 split where she leapt into Al Pacino's arms for the Godfather saga, their decade-long dance ending in a silent crash, no kids, just her adopting daughters Dexter and Duke in the 90s after sperm donor attempts fizzled. Hollywood devoured her alive. Post-Oscar, she pivoted to Baby Boom's career-driven mom, then First Wives Club's revenge queen with Goldie Hawn and Bette Midler. But behind the laughter, insecurities devoured her. She penned in Then Again. Mirrors are a waste if beauty's in the eye. Yet paparazzi caught her chain-smoking into her 70s, lungs turning to coal while bulimia's grip, a daily fight per interviews, whittled her. Friends like Sager noting that post-fire exile, she was down there for a while when she came back, stunned. Those January 2025 Eaton Fire flames razed her Beverly Hills sanctuary. forcing a fire sale amid sudden decline, per People exclusives, repairs stressing her to the brink while pneumonia or aspiration from anxiety pills. Brewed in the ruins, her immune system shattered by grief over lost pets and a career drying to Netflix cameos. Tributes flood like a tidal wave. Jane Fonda tweets, "Hard to believe." Reese Witherspoon calls her original. Steve Martin mourns their father of the bride sparring. But blind items on Crazy Days and Nights allege Woody's ghost. Their 2021 HBO doc reunion? A staged Oscars grab, masking grudges from Not Me Too whispers where Diane stayed mute, perhaps fearing exile in an industry that shrank her roles to bit parts while health crumbled under the weight of isolation. Her daughters? Adopted black sisters Dexter and Duke, her fierce pride in essays about raising them solo amid racist stares, but post-death silence. No joint statement. Stokes estate war rumors over her $60 million fortune. Animal shelters and food banks named as donation spots in the family's October 15th reveal. A touching nod to her volunteer passion, but screaming deflection from autopsy whispers. Lungs flooded not just by infection, but neglect. Her chain smoking, packs daily since her 20s, supercharging the pneumonia into a killer. Per ABC oncologists, tying it to her skin cancer history. Those Godfather sunbakes left untracked, and a possible heart strain from wildfire smoke inhalation. Conspiracy ignites like wildfire. TMZ's 911 tape leak captures a neighbor's raw panic. She's gasping, won't wake. But why no home ventilator for a star with A-list connections? Insiders finger isolation post-Pacino split. Her 2017 memoir detailing depression dives, therapy skips, and a final week's blur where Sager admits hadn't seen her often after wildfire flight, hinting elder abuse vibes or self-abandonment in a mansion-turned-crypt. AMC rushes Diane Hall and Something's Gotta Give re-releases, October 18th, box office surging on grief dollars. But fans boycott online. Diane Truth demands full talk screen, pneumonia, or pill overdose. Echoing Michael Jackson's propofol nightmare, her anxiety meds allegedly spiked amid fire trauma and a rumored prescription painkiller stash for cancer pain she never admitted. Legacy? Over 100 roles. Kay's quiet fury in The Godfather to Kay's comedic chaos in The Other Sister. But at what cost? Her book Broke Off and Running unveiled adoption joys masking single mom strains. Yet no partner's hand in her final hours. Warren Beatty flings faded. Keanu Reeves rumors debunked, leaving her to wheeze alone till that 911 shriek, her golden retriever Duke whimpering beside her. Family's plea. Donations to food banks or shelters? Heartfelt. But ex-sleuths dig deeper. Was pneumonia the scapegoat for a system that let an icon waste away? Bulimia's echo, cancer's creep, and wildfire smoke ignored because vulnerability? In Tinseltown, that's a career death sentence. So why October 11th? After a sudden decline pals flagged for months. Because the machine, wildfires, regrets, relapses, and industry betrayal, rigged the end, turning Broadway's waif into a tragic warning. If this shocks your core, smash like, drop your theory, natural fade or foul play. Subscribe for the next bombshell, Woody's full Annie confessions. Bell on, stay savage. The spotlight never forgives.